Okay, so this is a video series I've been wanting to do for a little while here. I'm working on a project, and what we're doing is we've got this old Kalamazoo coal stove here. Believe it or not, old coal stoves are built a lot better than the new coal stoves. What I found through my experience with coal is that actually a cylindrical design like what we've got here is a lot better burning, and this thing's definitely bigger than your typical coal stove. I don't know if we can see it in there. I might need to get some light in there. Anyways, but you've got a cylinder grate in there, and then the way this thing operates is we've got this bar here that shifts the that shakes the grate, and then we got another one right here that actually opens the grate, so it gets the cinders out. That's the part that I really like. I like both of those features a lot. This place is a mess right now. Anyways, but this old girl, she's in a little bit of disrepair. So we cut out the cancer here, cut out the cancer here. I got this piece here I got to put in there. I don't know if I'm going to weld that or braze that. I'd like to braze it, but I don't have the torches. Anyways, this kidney right here actually goes on top. It goes around it. I'm not going to be able to use it because I just don't have the space to put it on there. So I'm going to do a custom setup on top here for the flue instead of doing it out the front here. I think that's the way we're going to set it up. Anyways, at the moment, Brian and I, what you hear right there is actually the air compressor. We are working on doing some sandblasting here. This is my cool stuff I got now. This thing is in terrible disrepair. It burns pretty decent, but it doesn't have the features like the other one does. Even though that other one looks kind of crappy and crude, once I'm done with it, it'll look really nice. This place is a terrible mess right now. Anyways, let's go check out, see what Brian's doing in here. We've got a couple of air compressors set up. We got to daisy chain them so we get the extra air capacity. How you coming along, Brian?
Going good.
Good guy here. Bought a sandblasting cabinet, and the sandblasting cabinet, a little smaller one, got a Harbor Freight for like 80 bucks. We're using a 2040 grit glass bead right now. Glass bead's trying to clog up occasionally, but once we get it worked in, it'll be alright. We got this 3 air compressor tanks we got daisy chained here. There's an old Sears Roebuck. That old puppy right there, that thing runs continuously. It runs on a burst valve. Once it gets up to pressure, the burst valve goes. It doesn't actually turn the motor off. And we got a bladder tank running in here. We had to do it on 2 separate breakers, just because the breakers would pop if we try to put it all on one. You know, we got for the blast cabinet in here, we got a vacuum cleaner, and then we got that air compressor. Between that, we pretty much got that breaker maxed out, and then this thing right here running, that's about 15 amps. That's 14 gauge wire in the walls, so I don't want to do a whole lot more than that. It'll hurt me on the electricity bill a little bit, but I'm hoping this will be the last cool stove I ever have to make, or ever have to get involved with, put it that way. It's crazy that the way they built this thing. You have this right here. This is all thick steel, you know, it's like 1/4 inch steel. But then this front here, they did, I don't know if that's 3/16 or an 1/8. I think that's an 1/8 inch. But I don't understand why they did an 1/8 inch right there. Everything else is 1/4 inch, and then they did that. So this thing was in a guy's basement, and he wanted rid of it, got it for free. Actually tore the meniscus in my knee pulling this old coal stove out. It's actually technically a coal furnace. We had to tear it down into pieces to get it out of there, and it was not easy moving that sucker. I'm hoping to get this girl right here, rig that, and I might have to do a little bit of patch welding on that steel and put it up on top here if that's what I end up doing with it. Got quite a bit of more work to go with it. Still kind of debating on what I'm going to do on the paint side of things, but once we're done with it, once I get the welding done on this and get the rust removed, do some patchwork like on this right here, we'll be good. Oh shit. Alright, we blew a breaker. Alright, hold on. Well, we're probably gonna have to turn off the we're gonna have to turn off the vacuum cleaner. We're just pulling too much electricity from that fucker. Alright, well I gotta take care of it.